What's up, YouTube fam? Clint Lund with LondonMex here, back with another video for you guys. Today, I'm really excited because we got the all-new Polisport restyling kit for the 2002 to 2007 Honda CR125 and 252 strokes. Guys, I'm really super excited to do this kit. I have an exceptional candidate in the background here. This is a 2002 CR125. We're going to go step by step what it takes to install this kit and also appreciate what it looks like after we change it all out. Do a little comparison. So without further ado, guys, let's get this job done, huh? All right, so inside, guys, we have our Polisport Restyle kit, all fresh and ready to assemble. We're gonna go step by step here, guys, and we're gonna put this thing on. As far as I can tell right now, the tools you'll need for this job are a 8mm and a 10mm, and maybe even a Phillips at some point. We'll see as we get going here. So this is what your Polisport kit will include. This includes the front fender, side shrouds, side panel, this is the upper side panel, rear fender, number plate, and then the lower side panels. That's what will be contained in your kit. The Polisport Plastics for providing this kit for me in association with RockyMountainATVMC.com. You can definitely go up there and order this kit for your bike right now. So guys, with any time that you're going to be removing your plastics, it is best to start with your seat first. Some bikes may be an 8mm, but this one is a 10mm, so let's go ahead and get this seat off. Alright guys, we're going to get started removing all the plastic from this bike. At first I recommend that you get yourself some containers. These I retained from KT. It's a tape that you use on your joints. I like hanging on to these for afterwards to hold on the hardware. You can screw them tight where you can't accidentally spill it. So we're going to go ahead and remove all the hardware from the plastics, separating it into these containers, and then we'll start to mount the new Polisport plastic kit. So let's get going. All right, now with your plastics removed, it's a great opportunity to go ahead and clean some of the areas that maybe your last bike washing didn't get. So I have a bottle of spray cleaner here and a microfiber towel. Just gonna get this thing cleaned down real quick before we put on those brand new plastics. Alright guys, now with your bike all disassembled, it's a really good idea to go ahead and take a look at the hardware before you reinstall it. You definitely want to retain any original washers that have the beveling on them. That's very important for the fit of the plastic, for one. And two, you just want to look at all the threads just real quickly. If you have any corrosion on them, if you have any rust, go ahead and take a minute with a brush and brush them off or replace them with new. If you have that ability. And then obviously before we reinstall them, we're going to want to use a little bit of blue Loctite when we reassemble the bike. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to start at the front of the bike, assembling the front fender, the number plate, radiator shrouds, rear fender, side panels. Then we'll top it off with that attack graphic seat, guys. So let's get going. The first piece of business we have is this front fender. Wow, very nice. Very clean finish. Beautiful color. Thing's gonna look great on the bike. Alright guys, so here you go with the first part, the first piece of the transformation. Like I said, clean your hardware up. I'm using Loctite 243. It's a blue, medium strength lock. It's so nice. All the holes are pre-drilled for you. You don't have to worry about re-drilling or oversizing anything. it comes ready to assemble. So another part that's great about this kit, guys, with the front number plate, like I said, there's no cutting, drilling, anything required. So in the kit, you get that brand new 2019 CRF 450-250F style front number plate, and they send you this bracket, which is great. So what it does is it retains your existing mounting hole up on the triple clamp, but yet allows it to bolt to the new plastic like so. So what we're going to do is we're going to install this bracket first, and then we're going to go ahead and tighten down our new number plate into place. And I have a feeling it's going to fit really good. Okay, so with the front number plate, you're going to install a bracket. It has a big hole up here. You install it so it's on top of the triple clamp. Make sure you're not pinching any wires or anything. Relocate those as needed. Go ahead and install your original triple clamp bolt into the middle. And before we cinch that down all the way, we're just going to snug it a little bit. Just a little bit like that. We're going to install our brand new Polisport number plate. Bottom, there's a little clip that this has to fit into. You'll see it when you get yours. It just slides in like that. It has a nice fit. Install the supplied 6mm thread, 8mm head screws provided in the Polisport number plate kit. Tighten these down. Until they're nice and snug. Do both sides. I tell you what, this bracket really fits great. So that's great. Now that those are installed, I can come in the middle with an 8mm flat wrench and tighten up that middle bolt. Okay, next up is going to be the radiator shrouds. For these, they're direct fit, so that makes it really awesome for installing. And of course, you get that brand new 2019 CRF look for your 125 or 250. I mean, that is so cool. Go ahead and just locate the holes here. Yep. Wow. So all your hardware that you retained, go ahead and start reinstalling that now. If you're concerned at all about over torquing any of the hardware, go ahead and check your manual to see exactly what specifications it calls for on each bolt, because yeah, you definitely don't want to over tighten anything inside the gas tank or inside the chassis itself. So it's a very good idea to check out that first. I like to just do a little bit like snug plus with a little bit of Loctite. Seems to hold them in just perfectly. So we're just going to softly install the fasteners first. Don't want to torque any of them down in case we need to shift anything. Sometimes your bike has been through a little bit of a wreck and it's maybe the radiator shroud won't line up exactly right. So you want to make sure on the radiator portion that you just kind of leave the plastic a little bit loose, but you get all your bolts in here in their designated spots. Because unless you got one of these sitting around that's brand new, you probably wouldn't have to worry about this. But if it's been ridden since 2002 or 2007, having a little bent radiator is not unheard of. We're going to just want to repeat procedure for the left side of the bike. Just locate all the screws first. Don't tighten them down. This is a pretty good general rule of thumb with any bike, whether you're using used plastic, new plastic, it really doesn't matter, quite honestly. It's always good just to locate all the hardware first and then go ahead and torque everything down. And you can usually tell by the links where they go too. The shorter ones will usually go in the tank, and then the lower two will typically be a little bit longer because they have to, like for the radiator, in that case, it needs to go through quite a bit of plastic and free space to get there. So, but for the shrouds, for the upper shrouds where they bolt in the tank, they're always going to be the shorter of the rest of the plastic. So softly, and then you make sure and throw your tools on the ground. Oh man, cut. We don't cut nothing. Raw video, guys. Raw footage. How any guy working a 9-to-5 job, whether you're a motocross mechanic or if you're just a weekend warrior that wants to make your bike look good, anybody with a 10mm and an 8mm wrench can definitely put this on. So now, lower one's installed. Go ahead and cinch everything else down. Snug plus is what I say. So snug, you get to where the wrench starts to get tough, and then you kind of give it a little yank. Snug, little turn. With the Loctite on there too, it's going to really keep everything from coming out in the future. And then, you know, you made sure at the same time that you didn't over tighten anything, so that's great. Over tightening sucks. Okay, for the rear half of the bike, you actually want to start with the rear fender first, not with the side panels first. And that's because if you put on the side panels first, you wouldn't be able to get to the top bolts for the rear fender. So it's a good idea to go ahead and start with that brand new CRF style rear fender. Did you guys keep your hardware separated? You can thank me now. And go ahead, just kind of locate everything. Man, that thing fits good. Then we're going to go ahead and take our original flat nuts that are for the CRs, and we're going to install them in the back of the plastic. You'll see there's a little cutout. You know, I'll show you. There's a cutout right there. It's got a little notch, and it just clicks in the OEM fastener just like that. Isn't that great? Same thing on the other side. Clicks in. Gosh, man, perfect fit. We're gonna go ahead and put this back up. Try not to get Loctite all over my fingers while holding these bolts. Trying to multitask here. Trying to be efficient with my time. Boom. Same thing again, guys. Get all your hardware in first. Then once it's all located, go ahead and tighten it on down. And after you get all your bolts all set in their new place, give them a little cinch. All of them. Then we'll move on to the side panels, the number plates. And then I think we'll be rocking, guys. Be rocking. Okay, guys, before we install our brand new upper number plate panels, you're going to want to go ahead and remove just the bottom screw here on the tank. And I'll show you why in a second. Because your new upper side panels are going to actually slide up behind them, and then they're going to interlock right here. So there's one, there's two, boom. And then you can still see the hole clearly for the gas tank. And you can go ahead and make sure all this fits flat, which it does. Look at those lines, guys. Holy mackerel, this thing's rad. So go ahead and reinstall the lower gas tank shroud. Snug plus. Then with the rest of the kit, gosh man, look at how the profile just fits perfectly over the exhaust too. I'll get you guys a close-up of that. Look at that. Not too bad, huh? Same thing on the other side. Just remove the lower gas tank bolts of the radiator shroud. Keep it somewhere for safekeeping. Slide up and under. This tab is going under the radiator shroud. And then you'll see the two pieces that interlock. Like that. That easy. And literally the rest of the plastic just snaps on your bike. Clicks on. Go ahead and replace lower gas tank bolt. Snug plus. And we'll move on to the number plates, which will be the final piece of this whole puzzle. And already, guys, I can tell you, just because I've done numerous amounts of plastics all over the world on different bikes, I could tell you this thing is no different than putting on a stock kit, and it fits amazing, and I'm really excited to get this thing all the way finished. Okay, guys, on to the final piece, the lower number plates. No special mounting hardware, no special tricks. Oh, this is cool. They included some heat tape. So for the side that goes over your silencer, keep it from melting the plastic, you can kind of just locate where your plastic piece is going to go, and then put your heat tape right there. I'm going to put mine right here above the rubber grommet that hits the muffler. So on the side panel, where I want to locate my wrap protective tape, I do need to use a razor blade and just so slightly cut. Be careful, please be careful. And I'm going around this mount because I am running the FMF Shorty muffler here. And then I have a nice heat protected area that will keep the plastic from distorting. So on this, there's a notch coming down. You want to set it into the notch, and then you'll see back here it has a little cutaway, because right here it needs to lock in like that, and then these two slide up underneath and then click in just like that, like a Lego. It's really nice. And all the bolts you guys held on to and cleaned up and made nice. I cannot reach that with my finger, so I'm going to need to use my 8mm, feed it in there. I can see the holes right in front of the bolt. Boom, like that. Alright, same thing for the other side. Place that in there, slide it back, you'll feel it click. Push these up, and that will just snap in like that. And once again, the hole straight ahead. Okay, we'll go ahead and fit up our seat. Now with all these new plastics, it makes my seat look a little bit faded. I should have used a new seat cover. And go ahead and install the seat bolts.